How's it going, everyone? The PlayStation Store just kicked off a batch of new sales. On top of that, they're running an excellent indie sale right now as well. Want to take a look at game deals under the price of $5. Now, we'll be covering both the games under $20 sale as well as the PlayStation indie sale. Double discounts doesn't have much in this area of under $5. Do note, PlayStation indie sale ends on February the 22nd, while games under $20 ends on March the 1st. Games under $20 just kicked off, so let's take a look at that, but just be cognizant of the time frames that these sales do end. So let's get right into it. Mafia 2 Definitive Edition, 85% off for $4.49. Immediately when I saw this deal, it stood out to me. Mafia 2 is a great game. This Definitive Edition isn't anything to write home about. However, Mafia 2 itself is such a good game that it's so easy to recommend this game. Incredible narrative, great direction as far as the story goes. Gameplay is fine, but I think if you want to get a game with more of a mature tone and you like that Mafia thematic to it, you know, the mid-1940s, mid-1950s, around that area, you'll enjoy Mafia 2 quite a bit. I would recommend you to play Mafia 1 first. Is it essential? No, but Mafia 1's a great game as well, so, you know, go play that. But Mafia 2 for $4.49 I think is a great pickup, so definitely go check that out. Next up, we have Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the Game Complete Edition, 67% off for $4.94. Really fun beat 'em up here, throwback art style and throwback gameplay style as well. Very comedic game and very charming game in that sense. I'm not a big Scott Pilgrim vs. the World guy, but if you're a fan of beat 'em ups like I am, you're gonna end up enjoying this game. This game is also available on PlayStation Plus Extra. Enjoyable title. And if you do want to pick it up, a good time to be had with that. Obviously, you can play a co-op as well. Next up, we got .hack GU Last Recode. This is a trilogy, or rather, I should say a collection that I recommend whenever it goes on sale, especially the steep discounts that we're seeing for it these days. 90% off for $4.99 is a disgustingly good deal, given that you get .hack GU Volume 1, 2, and 3, and you get a fourth smaller episode that's new to the Last Recode collection. These games back in the PS2 era when I was growing up were priced at like $40 a pop, and you got absolutely taken to the cleaners if you tried to play .hack. But now, you're getting all the games for $5. Man, how the world changes. Now, these games still do show their age, some stiff animations and whatnot, but from a narrative standpoint, I think it's quite good. Music is really good. Gameplay is fun, albeit a bit repetitive at times, but overall, I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. $4.99 I think is a good pickup for this, so definitely go check that out. Next up, we got Rayman Legends, 75% off for $4.99. Also available on PlayStation Plus Extra. This is a great platformer with a fantastic art style. It's really accessible to everyone, but it does have a little bit of challenge to it as well, and I think for $4.99, this is a great buy. I wish Ubisoft would do more with Rayman as an IP, but hey, we'll take what we can get, and Rayman Legends still holds up really, really strongly, and for $5, you're getting a plethora of levels to go through as well, and a game that's relatively replayable as well in terms of that enjoyment factor. I feel like that's there really strongly. $5 for it, I think, is a great buy. Next up, a game that I recommend quite often, Little Nightmares is 75% off for $4.99, also available through PlayStation Plus Extra. Also, not too long ago, this game was available as a PlayStation Plus Essential title. Little Nightmares is a really solid horror title with some puzzles. Great atmosphere to the game, solid gameplay, and maybe the initial $20 price tag, you know, I wouldn't be paying that at this stage of the game, but for $5, if you're remotely into horror games and atmospheric games, you'll enjoy Little Nightmares quite a bit. Go check that out. If not, play it through Plus Extra, given that I know a lot of you guys are signing up for it based on February's editions. Want to give a shout out to Torchlight II as well, 75% off for $4.99. Man, is this a throwback. I played Torchlight 2 a lot when it initially came out on PC, and if you want that Diablo-esque experience, Torchlight 2 is going to give you exactly that, and it's a very enjoyable action RPG. Mind you, it did release over a decade ago at this point, so don't expect something super modernized or anything like that, but if you're a fan of enjoyable action RPGs, that dungeon crawling style, $4.99 I think for Torchlight 2 is a really solid pickup. And lastly, for the games under $20 sale, I do want to give a shout to SteamWorld Dig 2, which for Plus subscribers is $4.99, $5.99 for non-Plus subscribers. This is one of the Metroidvanias that go a little bit under the radar, but is a really well done one. Great visual style to this, great gameplay as well, and it was a game that was received really strongly by critics. Like, I remember there were outlets giving it like 9s and 9.5s out of 10s, and I don't think that's a stretch whatsoever. It's just that Metroidvania market is so so competition heavy. Like, there's a lot of titles that are vying for your dollar, and not only that, more importantly, your time, because these games are incredibly replayable. They can offer you quite a bit of content and playtime. SteamWorld Dig 2 is no different at $5. I think this is a great pickup. Alright, now with that out of the way, those are the titles I wanted to mention from the under $20 sale. Let's highlight some of the great deals as a part of the indie sale. Right off the top, been talking about this a lot. Bastion, 85% off for $224. This is a brand new low for Bastion. A superb deal. There are not enough superlatives that I could use to describe how good this deal is, because Bastion is a remarkable game. Given that Supergiant Games at this point is one of the most revered studios on the planet, I don't even think that's a stretch. Sure, they might not get the recognition of some of the bigger studios, but man, when they drop a game, you know you're getting something of quality. You look at Hades, you look at Pyre, you look at Transistor, and you look at what started it all, Bastion, and this was a game that showcased for a lot of people that downloadable titles could be of quality. Great art style that has aged so well. The narration in this game is stellar. The gameplay isn't like blow away, but it's good. It's like perfectly serviceable. Music is good as well. $224, just a superb deal for Bastion. Cannot say enough good things about it. Definitely go check that out. Next up, another game I often talk about, Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, 75% off for $4.99, also available through PlayStation Plus Extra. This is an emotional, narrative-driven title that, you guessed it, tells the story of brothers, and it's a really enjoyable game and a really emotionally driven game. It's a little bit on the shorter side, but that's fine. We're getting a lot of big open-world games these days. Sometimes you'll want a little bit of a shorter game that you can get in, have a good time with, although have a good time with maybe doesn't do the emotional aspect of this game justice. It's an engrossing game, and I would strongly recommend it if you are into more narrative-driven experiences. Next up, Magicka 2, 80% off for $2.99, also available through Plus Extra. Magicka is a game that I think is so much fun with friends, and I really think that's how you're gonna get the best time out of it. It really reminds me something of like Castle Crashers, with everybody can sit down, you don't have to take it too seriously, it has all the chaos in the world, and it's a lot of laughs and a lot of fun. Would I say spend $15 on it? No, but at $2.99, I think this is a great buy, and if you want something to unwind, if you want something it's a little bit more laid back and you don't have to take all too seriously, Magicka offers a lot of chaotic fun, and again, for this price point, I think it's quite good. Next up, we got What Remains of Edith Finch. This is 75% off for $4.99. This was a really well-received mystery narrative-driven game. It's this collection of shorter stories about a family in Washington State, and it kind of uncovers this mystery as you go throughout the game. It is more of a atmospheric, immersive walking sim, so do know what you're getting yourself into. These types of games aren't for everyone, but if you want another shorter experience, What Remains of Edith Finch is a rather good one that I think a lot of you will end up enjoying. Next up, Ys Origin, 75% off for $4.99. Another solid JRPG here. However, it should be noted that Ys Origin is very much a throwback JRPG where, you know, it shows its age. Ys Origin is the original Ys game, and when you look at it visually, it's not going to be the title that you want to go into it as your very first Ys game. At least I don't think so. It's still a well-made JRPG. Just expect something that is a throwback. Narratively, these games are solid, and the gameplay is still pretty darn good. And I'm not saying to spend $19.99 on it, but for $4.99, I think that's quite good. Next up, Rogue Legacy, 80% off for $3.39. You know, I didn't get into the Rogue Legacy as much as everybody else, but this is a game where a lot of people did enjoy it. It's a little bit on the challenging side, and if you do like roguelikes, this one has a great gameplay style. It's got the challenge, it's got a great old school gameplay flair, and yeah, been really well received for years and years, been around for a very long time, and for $3.39 seemed like a good price to me. And lastly, want to round out this video with a pair of Play Dead titles, Limbo, Inside. You guys know the deal. 75% a pop, 75% off a pop, excuse me. Limbo for $2.49, Inside $4.99. Limbo is the game that I feel like everybody and their mother has played. This game was really iconic when it initially dropped on the Xbox 360. A great, darker, atmospheric platforming puzzle title. Really cool aesthetically. Inside, I can use the same superlatives to describe it that I did with Limbo. Inside was a game that I enjoyed more. Inside never felt like it got the same level of buzz that Limbo did, and I don't know why that is from like a commercial and recognition standpoint, but Inside is great as well, and it has a lot of those darker tonalities and thematics that that Limbo had. And for $4.99, great price here as well. Solid pickup here. That is available on Plus Extra. Inside is Limbo is on Plus Premium. So that is going to do it for me. Man, 15 deals. There you go. We covered the deals from Games Under 20, covered some deals from the indie sale. Wanted to do both of them. No real reason to separate them into different videos. Just bear in mind, if you're looking to pick up titles from the indie sale, which we covered in the latter half of the video, do that as soon as possible, as those deals are going to be ending on February the 23rd. So you still got a week. I'm not trying to, pressure you guys FOMO or anything like that. Like, you still got some time to pick these up. So bear that in mind. That'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.